Alright, so we're going to go through an online tutorial of how to create a Wix site. I've cut down a 30-minute process into about 15 minutes, so I'm just going to go over the basics for you so you know how to design a basic website and upload the pictures. There's tons of tools, so you can really customize it the way you want to, so you just have to play around with it, but I'm going to show you all the basics. So when you log on, you're going to see this screen. This is how you will log in, but for the first time you have to sign up. Just a heads up during this process, the beginning of your email address will show up in your domain name. That's when you type in www. So make sure that your email address that you're using is appropriate because you will see it when you search up your website. So we're going to click we're creating a website for ourselves. And either this is my first time or if you've been on Wix before, you know what to do. And there's tons of different options. For today, you could either use portfolio, design, photography. I'm going with portfolio because we're doing an online portfolio. I highly suggest you choose a template. It gets a lot more complicated when you choose the other side. So this is where I spent a lot of time when I was first creating it. There's so many different templates to choose from. However, once you get into it, you can really make it your own. So the beginning template doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to choose a standard one. If you choose one that you don't like, just exit out of it. Don't hit edit this. So once you pick one that you do want to use, that's when you're going to hit that blue button that says edit this site. So up here is how you're going to select the page that you want to. You're always going to use that when you're going between pages to edit it. So as you can see, this is our home page. It has the creator's name and a few different tabs. So when you want to edit a tab, if you see by clicking the text box there, that's how you can edit it. So as we scroll through here, we can see there's different kind of headings, paragraph, that just kind of makes the different sizes. You can also change the font. It's a fair bit to play with there. You can make it bold, italic, tons of different effects there. So play around with that as much as you want. When you're done, hit the X. Okay, so these are the different pages. So this is how you're going to decide how you want your websites or your pages arranged. I'm just going to get rid of all the pages and show you how to start from scratch. However, if they already are there, you can play with them. Just for starters, I want to show you how to create a page from scratch. So you're going to hit that little 3 button icon and you're going to delete it. And then go to the bottom and hit the blue add page button. And we're going to title this page. So this is going to be our sketchbooks. And maybe this is a page where you're going to upload all your sketchbook drawings. But you can decide how you want to display all the artwork the way you want. Let's add another page for drawings. Now, as you grab them, you can move them around. A really cool feature about this is that you can have subcategories. So say I wanted to organize all of my drawings. I had landscapes, people. I can organize them into subcategories by dragging and dropping that blue little box. And once you see that little bent line, as I have circled there, you know that's already a subpage. So I've added a new page. As you can see here, it is a subcategory. So if I want to change that, I just move it around and now it's its own page. So those pages are all going to show up under my tabs now. So let's choose a background. There's tons to choose from. You can also upload your own image, but for now, let's just do a pre-selected one. Okay, so here's where you're going to select the images. So as we go through, if you upload an image one by one, it becomes really hard to navigate. So for this, I'm going to show you how to add to a gallery. So you're going to choose one of the galleries that you like. There's tons to choose from. So you're going to pick it up and drag it onto your home page. So as you can see those dotted lines, that is the border. You want to make sure all of your information, pictures, text is all inside of those dotted lines. So as you look up to the right hand side, it does save often. You can save it by yourself. It does save automatically. You can also preview your website. It's going to show you how your website looks so far without all of those editing buttons. Back to editor. Now something important, I don't want you to hit the publish button until you're ready for people to see it. By hitting that publish button, it will be accessible and can be seen by anybody. However, as long as you don't hit that publish button, it is private for now. But if you did, then that's how you launch your website. That's pretty much it. And as you see here, that is the domain. So my numbers right there is my email address. So that will show up on your site page. So to add some images, you're going to double left click on your mouse and that's going to pull up this menu. And we're going to hit Manage Media. So here are just the pre-selected images. We don't really want those, so we're going to remove those for your gallery. Just going to speed through that, and you're going to add media at the top. All right, so that's where all of your images are going to show. So you're going to upload from computer. And I'm just going to go into my files. So if you want to select multiple images, just hold down the command key on your keyboard and select all of the ones that you want to upload. And then that blue button was cut off. It just says add to gallery. So these may take a while to upload. I'm going to select all of them and hit that blue button at the bottom that says add to gallery or done. So this is where all your images are going to appear. I'm quickly going to delete all those ones that aren't ours. Here is where you're going to organize how your gallery looks, so you can play around with them, move them around. So as part of your mark, you do have to add a title to your pieces of work as well as a description. So here is where you're going to add your title, what medium you use, and the year it's created. And you can also add any additional information if you want, such as what the piece was about or how it inspired you, etc. All right, so now we have our gallery. And you can play around with the sizes, you can move it around. Like I said, it's all very customizable. So let's see how this looks. All right, once people view it, they can like it as well. And back to editor. All right, so let's add some text here. I'll show you how to do that. You can use this if you want to give an overall statement about what this page is about, or if you want a paragraph right beside an image, you can do that. So here are all my paintings. Okay, so as you can see, because of the background I selected, it's very hard to see the text. So there's a few ways that you can go around this. You can either move it on the page somewhere where it can be seen better, or we can even add like a little speech bubble behind it. So we're going to go into shapes and select one that we like, and we're going to move that. So as you can see, because we did the text first, it is hidden behind the shape. So we're going to move it where we want it. We're going to select that shape box. And then at the side, as you can see, it looks like two papers that are overlapping. We're going to hit that button, and that'll allow you to change up the layers. So you can either move the text forward or backward so it's visible. All right, let's go back in and let's add a video. So as you can see, you can either upload a video that you have saved in your files, or you can search for a YouTube video. Just make sure all of the content on this website is stuff that you've created. So I don't want you adding pictures or videos that aren't yours. So let's upload from the computer. So again, this is where all of the pictures that you upload onto your site are going to be seen on that page. So let's select one here, and we're going to add. I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm just going to write a little description. So you can play it in a loop. You can have it autoplay. So as soon as you click onto the website, it will play, but I'm not going to have that feature for now. Let's see how that looks. Let's make sure it plays. And back to editor. So you can move it all around. It's really up to you. Design it however you want. And let's pick another background. So here I'm just going to quickly change the layout. I don't like how it is, so you can even do a collage. This allows photos to just have less of a perfect grid appearance. All right, so let's go to another page. Let's edit our drawing page really quick. So whatever is selected, so we're on our drawing page right now, not the sketches. You can always see by what is labeled in the upper right hand or upper left hand corner. So let's pick a background. Some really cool features here. There's some shapes you can play with. So if you want to add some different patterns, you can do that. So if you hit that little swivel button, you can move the shapes any way you want. And this just allows you to make your website completely you. So I'm going to speed through this really quick. Those purple lines are great because they help you show when your boxes are level or in the middle. They're really helpful to kind of line things up and make that look nice and straight. If I go here, I can change the opacity of our background. So this allows you to see through it. So if we had the background such as the mountain range, let's click that. We don't have to worry about not being able to see some text. So by doing that, we can add more text. Let's change that a little bit. So go into design, opacity, and let's make that a little less see-through. Okay, so let's select some images. I selected a bunch of drawings that I've done. Okay, so here's what happens when you select individual images rather than a gallery. So you end up with all these big images, and this is fine if you wanted to have the layout in a particular way and if there was a gallery that you didn't like. However, this selection will take a lot more work. You do have to go in and edit every individual picture based on the size and the arrangement on the page, which isn't a bad thing if that's how you want it. But uploading individual images is definitely more work. So let's go and add a gallery instead. Let's choose this honeycomb one. All right, and then again, double left click and upload the images that we want. So we're gonna upload those exact same images. I'm gonna delete those really quick so you don't have to watch that again. Command key, select all of them. Okay, add to gallery. All right, so let's rearrange some. Sure, okay. So as you can see again on the side, make sure you edit those because it might be visible. So it's better if that has a name and you need the description for your marks as well. All right, so here's our honeycomb gallery. So I'm gonna quickly delete all these images. So select the image. All right, so select the image and we're gonna cut or delete. So I quickly did all that so you didn't have to watch. All right, let's line this up, make it a little bigger. So as you can see, it does stick above that grid line. You can always move the grids down so that you don't have it coming up from there. All right, so and then if you click on one, once you make it large, you can scroll through all of the images so that you can see them in full form. All right, let's exit out of that. All right, so here's our home page here. So let's just title it, this is all my artwork. A home page, you don't have to do anything special in here. As you can see by my regular website, it was just a big photograph. So you don't have to put a lot of information on this one. Here's an example of a bad picture for a background. Because this one's dark, you can't see a lot of the text, a little distracting. So I suggest for your backgrounds, try to keep them nice and calm and muted. You don't want a lot of detail back there. So as you can see, because we created that subcategory under drawings, when you hover over that title, that's when the sketchbook will appear. Just making sure everything works. So at the bottom here, I deleted this in my own website and it's just a statement that all the artwork belongs to me and that nothing was copyrighted. Make sure if you upload a picture that you use to reference picture, do credit the original artist just so that you're not stealing from them or you're not stealing their idea. And as you can see here, we have a moving background. Let's quickly add some music here. So when somebody clicks on your webpage, you can have some music. And then you can either upload this from your own files. And let's just pretend this is our gallery for this page. Let's just leave it like this. Okay, so as you can see here, we're about to edit our site. So here is where you will put your domain name. You can't choose the beginning of Wix site. So that's why we want to make sure that when we put in our email address, it's something that is associated to us. So if it is a bunch of numbers like my board email address, it might not be the best way to promote your website. So you probably want to use an email address that has your name in it. Done. So we have now published our website. And that is it. So Wixsite is great because it is so customizable. You will probably spend a lot of time playing around with it just to make it more you. So this is a great choice for organizing all of your artwork and just really putting that finishing touch on it that you want. So have fun.